In the first part of this question, we are going to show that tangent 3x is equals to 3 tangent x minus tangent x cubed over 1 minus 3 tangent square x. Right, so that will be our first part. So in this case, for tangent 3x, okay, it is equals to tangent, so I can break it into 2x plus x. So if you look at the final answer, is in just tangent x. So you have to try to reduce it from 3x in terms of tangent x. So in this case, I will start with tangent 2x plus x, and we know from the formula that tangent a plus b, okay, is equals to tangent a plus tangent b divided by 1 minus tangent a tangent b. Okay, so we'll substitute this. So now a is equals to 2x and b is equals to x. So this will be tangent 2x plus tangent x divided by 1 minus tangent 2x tangent x. Okay, now how do you express tangent 2x in terms of just tangent x? Okay, so 2x here is just x plus x. Okay, so if you have tangent x plus x, okay, so that will be tangent x plus tangent x divided by 1 minus tangent x times tangent x. So in other words, tangent 2x is equals to 2 of tangent x divided by 1 minus tangent x squared. Okay, right, so this is what we're going to substitute here. So for tangent x, tangent 2x, I'm going to change it to 2 tangent x over 1 minus tangent x squared. Okay, and then the rest is the same, plus tangent x over 1 minus bracket 2 tangent x divided by 1 minus tangent x squared. And then we multiply by this tangent x here. Right, so what comes after that? So we have this denominator here, which is 1 minus tangent x squared. So we are going to multiply this for both the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so that we can offset it or remove the denominator. So that means what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this by 1 minus tangent x squared. And then this, I'm going to multiply the denominator by 1 minus tangent x squared. Okay, so that will serve to remove this denominator. So what we're going to get is, once you expand the bracket, so we have a 2 tangent x plus, then here we have a tangent x times 1 minus tangent x squared. Okay, and then we divide by, here 1 multiplied by this bracket would be 1 minus tangent x squared. Then you minus, so 2 tangent x times tangent x will be 2 tangent x squared. So now we simplify. So here we have a 2 tangent x plus tangent x. So tangent x times 1 is just tangent x. So when you have 2 tangent x plus tangent x, that will be 3 tangent x. Okay, and then tangent x times tangent x squared will be tangent cube. Okay, tangent x cube. Then here we have 1, and then negative tangent x squared minus 2 tangent x squared will be 3 tangent x squared. Okay, so that is how we show that tangent 3x. Okay, so therefore tangent 3x is equals to 3 tangent x minus tangent x cubed over 1 minus 3 tangent x squared. Right, so we have done that for the first part. So next, we are going to show that the equation 11 tangent 3x is equals to 13 tangent x minus 24. Okay, and show that this equation then becomes 7t cubed minus 18t squared plus 5t plus 6 equals to 0, where t is equals to tangent x. Right, so now we're going to just copy the formula, the equation here. So we have 11 tangent 3x equals to 13 tangent x minus 24. Okay, 13 tangent x minus 24. So tangent 3x, we can substitute it into this equation. So that is 3 tangent x minus tangent x cubed divided by 1 minus 3 tangent x squared equals to 13 tangent x minus 24. So they want to they said let t be equals to tangent x. So all these terms in tangent x, we will convert to t. Okay, so we have 11 times 3t minus t cubed over 1 minus 3t squared equals to 13t minus 24. Okay, and then we cross multiply, so I'll multiply 1 minus 3t squared on both sides. So that would be, so we have 11 times 3t, that's 33t. 11 times t cubed will be 11t cubed, equals to bracket 13t minus 24 times 1 minus 3t squared. Alright, so now I will expand the bracket. So 13t times 1 is 13t. Okay, 13t times 3t squared is minus 39t cubed. Okay, then 24 times 1 is 24. Then negative 24 times negative 3t squared is positive 72t squared. Right, and here we have the same terms here. So now we will group everything up, okay, on one side. So negative 11t cubed, and then we move this over, it becomes plus 39t cubed. Okay, so that will be equals to, so 39 minus 11, that will be 28. Okay, let me remove this. So here we have 28t power 3, and then we bring 72 over, so that's minus 72t squared. And the terms in t here, we have 33t minus 13t. Okay, so that will be 20t. And then the constant we bring over to the left hand side, it becomes plus 24. Alright, and then we can simplify this term, so we can divide by 4. Okay, so we divide by 4 across. So 28 divided by 4 is 7t power 3. 72 divided by 4 is 18. Okay, and then 20 divided by 4 is 5. And 24 divided by 4 is 6. Right, so we have done the second part, which is to show that this equation 11 tangent 3x is equals to 13 tangent x minus 24, okay, is equals to 7t cubed minus 18t squared plus 5t plus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so exactly the same as this part here. Okay, so we have completed this portion. Done. Next, we are going to find a positive integer that satisfies this equation. Okay, and hence find all three values of x. So now we have to go by trial and error and see what value of t results in a value of 0 for this function in t. Okay, for this cubic function. So of course, we can try and substitute values like 1 or 0 or 2. Okay, so assuming that, so you can let the function f of t be equals to 7t cubed minus 18t squared plus 5t plus 6. So if I try to put in, let's say, t equals to 1. So let's say f of 1 here is 7 times 1 power 3 minus 18 times 1 squared plus 5 times 1 plus 6. So 7 minus 18 is negative 11 plus 5 is negative 6 plus 6 equals 0. Okay, so here we can, so t minus 1. Okay, so t minus 1 is a factor. Okay, it's a factor of this function f. So now we can proceed to divide. You can use long division to find the quotient of this function f. Right, so I'm going to do the long division now. So we have 7t cubed minus 18 squared plus 5t plus 6. And then we'll do a long division using t minus 1. Alright, so in this case, what should I divide by? So we have 7t cubed here, divide by t. So that would be 7t squared. Okay, so 7t squared times t is 7t cubed. 7t squared times 1 is 7t squared. So this would be 0. Negative 18t squared minus negative 7t squared is negative 11t squared. Then we bring down 5t. And then what do we multiply next? So negative 11t squared times divide by t, that would be negative 11t. So if you take negative 11t times t, that is negative 11t squared. Negative 11t times negative 1 would be plus 11t. Okay, so 5t, this is 0. And then 5t minus 11t is negative 6t. And then we bring down the constant, so that's plus 6. So finally, negative 6t divided by t, that would be minus 6. Okay, so here we have minus 6 times t, that's negative 6t. Negative 6 times negative 1, that is plus 6. Okay, so we get a remainder of 0. So that shows that this t minus 1 is really a factor of function f. Right, so we have, so this equation now, okay, this equation now can be reduced into the form of t minus 1, and then we have 7t squared minus 11t minus 6 equals to 0. And then we have to factorize this quadratic equation. So I will split it out into, let's say we have 7t here, and then t, and then the other number. Okay, so in this case, we have 6. So 6 can be 6 times 1. It can be 2 times 3. Okay, so since the number here, the sum of the factors here is negative 11, so I can probably try something like 2 here. Okay, so 7 times 2 is 14. So maybe since there's a negative 11, so I'll put negative 2 here. So that's negative 14, and then this should be about plus 3. Okay, because negative 14 plus 3 would be negative 11, and 3 times negative 2 will be negative 6. Right, so from there we can solve this equation. So t is equals to 1, okay, or t is equals to 2, or t is equals to negative 3 over 7. Okay, but bear in mind that t is equals to tangent x. So that finally leads us to the last question, which is after we find the values of x, okay, now this is where we need to substitute back t equals to tangent x, right? And for this value of x here, it must be in the range of 0 to 180 degrees, okay, such that it satisfies this equation, giving the answer nearest to 0.1 degree. Okay, so we have to round it to 1 decimal place at the last point. So it has to be between 0 to 180. Right, so let's convert back. So for this tangent x, okay, so we have tangent x equals to 1. Okay, we have tangent x equals to 2, and tangent x equals to negative 3 over 7. And if you take x equals to the inverse tangent of 1, so the inverse tangent of 1, okay, should be equals to 45 degrees, but let's show that. So I'll press shift tangent 1, okay, so that's 45 degrees. Okay, and this is between 0 to 180, so this is an acceptable answer. And then for tangent x equals to 2, so x is equals to the inverse tangent of 2. So the value of that will be, I'll just press delete and change this to 2. So that's 63.4 degrees. Okay, so this is to 1 decimal place. So again, this is between 0 to 180, so that is an acceptable answer. Now for this negative value of this tangent x, so let's calculate, or let's use the calculator for this, negative 3 over 7. Okay, and let's see what's the value. So I will just change this to negative 3 over 7. Okay, so that will be negative 23.2. Okay, negative 23.2 degrees. Okay, but keep in mind that x is between 0 to 180. So this answer is definitely not the right one. So what do we do? Okay, so if you recall the graph for tangent, okay, for the graph for tangent, this is 0. Okay, and if this is, let's say, 90 degrees, and this is negative 90 degrees, and here we have 180 degrees, 180. So in this case, the negative 90 and 90 here would be the asymptote. Okay, so we have the function here for tangent x, so we have this function touching the 90 degrees and negative 90 degrees at both the opposite of the, one is positive infinity, and the other side is negative infinity. Okay, and then the same pattern, the same cycle repeats. Okay, but our answer is just between 0 to 180. We can only take answers between 0 to 180. So in this case, if I get a negative number, okay, so a negative 23.2 is somewhere around here. Okay, negative 23.2 degrees, where the value is negative 3 over 7. Okay, so this probably is negative 3 over 7. So you can see that the same pattern repeats somewhere around here. Okay, so the cycle actually repeats after another 180 degrees. So this point here is actually negative 23.2 degrees plus 180 degrees. Okay, the value repeats every cycle. So what you need to do is you need to change this answer to negative 23.2 degrees plus 180 degrees. So that will be, so I'll plus 180. So I'll get around 156.8 degrees, okay, 156.8 degrees. So this answer is the one that we want because it's between 0 to 180, okay, between that range. Right, so finally we conclude our answer. So x is equals to 45 degrees, okay, 63.4 degrees, okay, and also 156.8 degrees, okay, and you can write this as 0 as well if you want to show it up to 1 decimal place. So that's how you solve this trigonometric function that involves a tangent 3x.